So you're a new student on worship, leading and preaching, and you're looking for some top tips. Well, the first thing to do is to log on to the virtual learning environment Methodist Open Learning. There you'll find a button that says Start Here. And my top tip to you would be start here, because there is the student handbook. If you go to the student handbook or the course handbook, you'll be able to read through all the different bits of information that have been gathered about how best to approach the course. If you can quickly read through it, it'll give you a good idea of what's coming up. But then you need to come back to the course handbook time and again to get the detail for different parts of the course that you'll be travelling through. It's amazing how many answers are in the course handbook that people ask questions about later on. But if you look in there, you'll find the answer. Within worship, leading and preaching, and indeed as we're looking at being a local preacher or a worship leader, there are two things that the church is trying to do. First of all, it's trying to work out, are you called by God to lead his people in worship? We call that discernment. The church is trying to discern what is your calling, because we're all called to do something. The second thing is to offer you some theological education, which is a very fancy name for thinking about and talking about all that God is doing. And we want to offer you the very best in theological education so that you've got a good grounding to lead God's people. Leading worship as a local preacher or worship leader is really important for the church and demands and needs you to give it all the attention that you can offer. So if you're busy in your own church, you might need to consider, are there things I need to step back from just for a short time whilst I'm going through this training? Of course, if you're the type of person who's energised by doing all those things, we don't say give everything up, but just think about how can you give the attention that you need to. One of the top tips that we've heard from groups of students around the Connection is when they're looking at the module reader. The module reader gives some of the set texts for the course. And of course, these are levelled at different places. Some are easy to read, some are more challenging, and some you might think, what's this all about? So a group of students have said to us, what they're doing is they're meeting without any tutor with them to say, we've read this text, what does it mean to us? So they gather, talk about it, and go away knowing a little bit more about what they can offer to the course. As you go through the course, you will come up with your own top tips, and we'd love to share those across the church. So please feel free to email back into us here at localpreachers@methodistchurch.org.uk, and we'll make sure that we share that across the Connection. We hope that worship, leading and preaching will be great for your learning and great for your journey as you get to know God better. Many people have contributed to this course, and all of us are praying for you on your journey.